I.S.U.P.K stands alone in teaching the truth and nothing but the truth according to the Bible. And that truth is that what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people.
That's right!
But there's a problem going on in this place, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are in every religion on the earth. But for some reason, our condition does not change. Can anyone explain to me why is it that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the most zealous people, the most God-fearing people?
Right.
But why is it that we suffer in the ghettos? Why is it that we bleed in abortions? Why is it that we grow up with no fathers in our home? Why are our communities destroyed?
Right.
Why are we homeless?
Right.
It's because we have not changed our lives, man.
Right.
We are not really serving God. Because in serving God, you have to change your way.
Right. You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you call for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under Yahawashi they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
We're going to show you in the Bible how to change your life, how to really come back and serve God, because for 400 years, we've been wasting our time in that Christian church, man. We've learned nothing. And I'm going to prove to you in the Bible how you're supposed to change your life. I'm going to show you how you can come back and serve God. Read it from the top.
Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge?
Say what?
Whom shall he teach knowledge?
Read on.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
The Bible says, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine, man? Who is God going to teach knowledge to? We know the Bible is the only book to learn about him. The Bible is the only book to learn about Christ. It's the only book to learn about God. It's the only book that can teach you and show you how to be righteous. The Bible says, whom shall he teach this knowledge to, man? Whom shall he teach to understand doctrine? Read on.
Them that are weaned from the milk.
Them that are what?
Weaned from the milk.
Read on.
And drawn from the breast.
That's what you gotta understand about the Bible, man. We've been in that Christian church for over 400 years, and we don't understand nothing in it.
Yes, right.
The Bible says that them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast, meaning what? You have to understand the milk, man. You have to understand the little things, the small things. Just like a baby. A baby comes out of the womb, you don't feed the baby a T-bone steak. You don't feed the baby, a full-course meal. That baby's got to drink milk. Well, if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you have to understand the milk of this Bible, man. The milk of this Bible is that God only chose you. He only loves you. The milk of this Bible is Christ is a black man. The tribe of Judah. The milk of this Bible is that the so-called oppressor, the so-called colonizer, the so-called colonialist is the devil the Bible speaks of. That is the milk. And in order for you to grow, in order for you to change, you have to understand what this Bible is talking about, man. And your Christian pastor does not understand this Bible, man. You know what he cares about? He cares about locking them doors. That's what he cares about. He cares about you paying tithes. Why? Because he is a filthy, disgusting, money-hungry piece of garbage. And he will never teach you the truth, man. Read it from the top.
So God, book of Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9.
Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
I'm gonna help you out, man. If you want to know knowledge about the Bible, the real knowledge, if you want to understand what this Bible is talking about, who it's talking about, who it pertains to, who it's for, then you're gonna have to come learn from the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander YAHANNA, man. This is where you're gonna get that milk. This is where you're gonna get that life. Read on.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
That are what?
Drawn from the breast.
Read on.
Verse 10. For precept must be upon precept.
Say what?
For precept must be upon precept.
Meaning what? Meaning you can't read this Bible front and back like a novel.
Good.
This Bible isn't a school textbook. This Bible is sound doctrine.
That's right.
This Bible is the record, the history. You understand? The trial, the tribulation, the highs and the lows of God's chosen people, the Israelites, man.
That's right.
And those people who are the real Jews according to the Bible in today's time are who you would call your so-called blacks, your so-called Hispanics, and your so-called Native Americans.
That's right.
You understand? Drop that. Give me the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 3. The Bible says precept must be upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, there a little. I mean, you gotta go to and fro throughout the Bible to understand it, man. You understand? Why is it that we go in that Christian church every Sunday? Every Sunday we in that church, and that Christian pastor teach you nothing, man.
Right.
We're not even opening the book anymore. You go in there, and the pastor talk about his sermon that he made up sitting on the damn toilet.
Right.
And throughout that sermon, he's shaking your pockets.
Right. Right.
Every once in a while, get the place around. You know what? I feel a blessing coming on right now. I think the Lord wants you to, everybody in, give $10 to the church. Matter of fact, while you at it, lock the doors. Close the doors.
Right.
All they care about is money, man. When we gonna break down what's in this book?
Right.
When they gonna read what's in here, man? How am I supposed to know how to serve God if you don't teach me the book? No one goes to college and listen to a teacher philosophize the textbook.
Right.
He opens the book. He has a lesson for each day.
Right.
And you have to retain that knowledge. You have to take a test to see just how much you have retained, and you're even graded on it.
Right.
Well, what do you really know about God? What does the Bible say about God? What does the Bible say about Christ?
Right.
You don't even know.
That's right.
And it's not your fault. We don't blame you. We blame our wicked, disgusting, weak leaders.
That's right.
They're weak. And they have failed us. They failed us so much so that God had to raise up black men from the ghetto to come and teach you the Bible.
That's right.
They failed us so much so that God had to clean the killers, had to clean the drug dealers, had to clean men who were wicked and evil, clean them up, and raise them into real priests and prophets, man.
That's right.
To pick up where Christ left off. You understand? Read that from the top.
Oh God, book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 3. It said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted.
Except ye be what?
Except ye be converted.
Read on.
And become as little children.
And become as what?
Little children.
Become as what?
Little children.
Read on.
Ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Why is Christ saying this, man? We know Christ was sharp with his words, man.
Right.
Christ never spoke without pure intention, man. Everything that he said, there was pure intent behind what he meant, man. Christ said, unless you can convert and be as little children,
that's right,
you cannot enter the kingdom. Why? Because who you are today is not who you can be in order to get into the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? Something has to happen. And what has to happen is a change within you. You have to change. You understand? A child knows nothing. A child doesn't know how to live life. A child doesn't know right from wrong. They say the best time for a child to learn, the best stage is between 3 to 7 years old. That's when that brain is most flexible like plastic, right? They're able to retain knowledge, doctrine, languages, concepts. Christ said we have to be like children. That's right. Why you need to be like a child? Because the grown person you are today is not worthy of getting into the kingdom. That's right.
Yeah, Babylon is falling, to rise no more. Babylon is falling, to rise no more. Falling, to rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's real every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cruel, nigga. Say you're gonna make it.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're